The Ogdotic Abyss mat is available. Only 50 copies of these are being made for the public. Once they're gone, that's it, all right? I haven't seen a piece actually from the community yet on this card, so I'm actually really happy to get the chance to bring this to you guys along with Vecta actually producing this beautiful piece for the community. So guys, link will be down below. You can pick yours up today. Now let's dig on into the feature video, shall we? Smash your lovely crap out subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more excellent content and get your playmat today. So, I want to talk about actual raw theory here for the Mystical Elf, the Mystical Burst Stream. I don't do a lot of like raw theorio talking here, but ever since I've seen this card and the application behind it, the gears in my head just keep turning because this is such a unique card for what it brings to the table. So, quick overview of what this thing does. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effect while you control a level 5 or higher normal monster. Now that's going to be the most important part on this card is you're going to have that super fat vanilla monster on the field. Alright, so Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Alright, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate that monster's effect. So straight off the bat here, you get a hand trap-esque special summon clause for that vanilla monster. During your opponent's battle phase, okay, so we have an additional effect here. Quick effect, you can target one normal monster in either graveyard, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and special summon it, and if you do, while you control it, all monsters your opponent controls must attack it this turn if able. You can only use each effect of the Mystical Elf, the Mystical Burst Stream, once per turn. So straight off the bat here, what are the likely odds of this card impacting competitive metagame? Well, straight off the bat, you have to have that level 5 or higher vanilla monster on the field. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this so much is there's so many fans out there of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician decks. We've actually recently seen quite a few Dark Magician decks starting to pop up in the community. And I know a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute, Robbie, Dark Magician? Yes, Dark Magician's been doing a lot on the back burner, actually. I think we've covered 2 lists on this channel, and then Slim had another one, which we also covered. But between like those lists, you're at 3 to 4 lists in the very casual category, and that's awesome, man. All right, when you can see that rogue deck actually getting the chance to operate and, you know, catching people off guard, that's great. Now that brings us to the topic of today's video. How likely is this card to impact, say, your standard Dark Magician deck? So the first particular list that I remember seeing, 95% of these lists are going to be massively trap based, right? Especially when you're looking at Dark Magician decks as a whole. You know, like Eternal Souls to revive the Dark Magicians, and you're going to need some sort of, you know, backward torrentials, punishments, strikes, more of your common cards to kind of, you know, make sure that you can hold down in today's metagame, all right? Like, trap cards are that missing piece that definitely brings it together for these decks. So straight away on Dark Magician here, yes, you'll be able to get a Dark Magician on the field, but how well is it going to be that I'm going to want to hold the Mystical Elf or include the Mystical Elf of Burst Stream in the Dark Magician deck per se? And that's what we cover here in the first half, is because I guess scratch that. Because the Dark Magician deck is usually, you know, Dark Magical Circle, Top Check, Soul Servant, Draw Power, you know, it doesn't specifically have Dark Magician in the name, so it's basically an unsearchable card you have to draw. Well, Robbie, I know Ash Blossom exists. Alright, I know that some of the builds have been wanting to play Phantasma and things for Dark Magician, which, like I said, does open up some doors, don't get me wrong. Phantasma does basically allow you to filter for it in the Dark Magician variant, but at the end of the day, okay, so we still end on a Dark Magician. I mean, honestly, 95% of the time, you're just kind of stepping on into the Dark Magicians, the fusion monster, or you're trying to make that Red Eyes Dark Dragoon to punish the opponent, at least in that build. So I feel like just wanting to play it in Dark Magician, even as like it just feels like kind of a waste. All right, because you have much better options that you can play, and I feel like bulking down on it in pure Dark Magician just kind of feels like a waste at this point in time, which I really wish I could be more optimistic and be like, oh yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, the point of this video is, like, raw Therio, and honestly, like, even in, like, the best deck that I kind of expected it to be good in, it just kind of feels like it's gonna fall short in the long run, at least for, you know, Dark Magician. But, I mean, who's to say that there won't be other potential along the way? Now, the other one I want to talk about here is Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, you guys know that Kaiba's iconic deck here, honestly, every time I see Blue Eyes at this point in time, it's just, we just summon a bunch of level 8 monsters and kind of exceed with them. I definitely don't think that that's the best way to be going about the deck at the moment, but for some reason, that's what people like to do with Blue Eyes. They just use it as a level 8 stepping stone engine, and I'm just like, but what's the point? Like, you kind of just, you're downgrading what the Blue Eyes deck can do. Now, obviously, like, the rest of the deck's engines are really good, but now it comes down to, well, what can we do? What is the best course of action to abuse the Mystical Elf in the deck? So it's the same thing here. So you can end on the Blue Eyes, all right? You can do wonderful things with the Blue Eyes, but every single time, it's going to come down to the same thing. Is that Blue Eyes going to be better left on the field so you can interact with the unsearchable one-of that you've basically got going on in your deck here for your more iconic piece? Or are you going to, you know, use the Blue Eyes to step up and do other pieces of what you want to do? And I think the answer is pretty much going to be, it's going to be better in this deck. And the reason why I say it's better in Blue Eyes is Dark Magician has access to Dragoon right now, right? Blue Eyes is just kind of, I want to play Dragon Link, but not really the deck. So looking at it for like this iconic piece in this deck, I feel like it's, man, it's really weird. It feels like it's better in this deck than Dark Magician, just because I feel like the Dark Magician toolbox has evolved a lot better than in Blue Eyes. So it gets a pass from me in Blue Eyes if you want to play that. Now, the absolute best place. I looked so ever hard at this card, and I've been thinking, I'm like, no, wait a minute. What about Pacifism? All right, what about the Phantasm C? All right, because the monster just says that you have to have that crucial level 5 or higher normal monster. And you know what Pacifist does? Pacifist gives us a level 8 token every single time, effectively, right? If we control no tokens, get a Pacifism Spiral token, okay? 2000 attack, 2000 defense, level 8. Now, wait a minute here. Now, does that mean that my Pacifist control deck, each and every time, actually gets a negate? That'd be wild, right? That'd be real wild. You know what I mean? Okay. I think we found it. Instead of playing it in the iconic strategies where the card belongs, I can play it in pacifist control and massively anger my opponent in the form of extra negates. Yes, that's the thing, actually. I was looking at this as we've been going here, and Dark Magician and Blue Eyes they're cool. I'm glad that this card does support those strategies to a degree. But as a yield control player, Pacifist, the Phantasm C, definitely looks like it's going to be the place that I'm going to want to put this big fat token, protector / negate, and just, we already play normal monsters in the deck. We can spice it up and play something big, and then battle phase, force revive it, because we're always going to have the pacifist stuff to protect our stuff. So this is actually, as long as this works the way I think it does, that's going to be awesome. All right? Like, I'm super excited for that. Man, this video just made me want to go play this stupid deck even more. I love this. Bad ideas are turning. Huh. Well, we're about to go play this in Pacifist. Alright. Actually can't wait. Like, oh, that's so cool. Guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash it up, leave a crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And of course, pick up your beautiful playmat today. I'm going to go conjure up some more bad ideas. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.